Sue Payne, down under in Queensland, Australia. I say down under because I'm in the UK and we call it down under. I suppose when you look down, Sue, you can see straight up my nose. I don't know. That's one way of viewing it. Laughing and joking apart though, of course, Sue was just wondering if we were able to make contact with her grandmother, Leonie Patricia Everson, who sadly passed away on the 31st of January 1992. That's a few years ago now, isn't it? But nevertheless, of course, it's, Sue says she's felt her presence many times over the years, and misses her dearly, and she was just wanting to add there that the grandmother was a go-to person as a child, and I suppose you can confide in grandma, can't you? You know, and that's what it is, isn't it, really? And hoping she can help you now, there, Sue. So yeah, I wonder if we can get some help from her for you. See if we've got a message and see what the crack is. So yeah, love and light. So champion, let's use these mediumship cards and see what we can pick up with them. And of course, each card has a pre-written message on it, a sentence, and of course, as you shuffle the cards, we manipulate them, and well, actually, Leonie will do that for us, won't she? But we shuffle them, and her spirit will manipulate them and put each sentence in place. I suppose you could call them conversation cards, couldn't you? Or I tend to call them a phrase book from the other side, or for the other side to use with the pre-written messages. It's a bit like when disabled people use pictures and things like that, don't they, to try and communicate in that way. It's a similar sort of thing, isn't it? You have to sort of try and do that. So what we'll do then, we'll shuffle the cards, and as we do shuffle them, they're just our spirit of Leonie. We ask for your presence. So spirit of Leonie Patricia Everson, now we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Leonie Patricia Everson, and move among us. Spirit of Leonie Patricia Everson, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Leonie Patricia Everson, through these cards, and move among us. The spirit of Leonie Patricia Everson, we ask for your presence. Wondering if you can help your granddaughter there, and if you can help Sue at the moment. She wants your help. I wonder if you've got a message for her. What it'll be. Commune with us, Patricia. Leonie Patricia Everson, and move among us. Blessed be to Leonie Patricia Everson and all absent friends. I'm sorry, but I was wanting to shuffle them and didn't, and thought you've got to stay like that. We just cut the deck, and then where the deck splits is where it's thought to be at its most energetic point. Often when we do tarot readings and things like that, it's a similar sort of thing, isn't it? But in this case, it's we just pop the cards here, and then we'll see what Leonie's got to say. First of all, though, we've got to do something now. We've got to welcome Leonie to our setting, because after shuffling the cards, and her energy is now here. In fact, the centre of the deck is now on top, as you could say. Her spirit is now present, isn't it? We've got the name, and we've summoned, and she's here. So, first of all, I'd like to welcome you, Leonie Patricia Everson. I'd like to welcome you, Leonie, to our setting. We'd like to thank you for your time, thank you for your energy, and we've just got a candle. We lit this candle earlier on, and I always use an asked for flame. So when we light the candle, we always say, Spirit of Light, I ask for your presence for the purpose of guidance, healing and protection. And then lit the candle, and then of course after we'll give thanks if we snuff the candle out later on with a snuffer. You always use you never blow a candle out when you ask for it. You always use a candle snuffer to do that, don't you? I don't know if Grandma used to do that there, if you used to do that, Leonie. I don't know. I use this one here, this brass snuffer here, and you pop it over there when you're ready. But of course we've got to leave it burning there, because it's burning in memory of absent friends as well, isn't it? And of course it's a presence, isn't it? And Leonie is maybe using that as for energy. Well, we just do this setting. So let's start, shall we, and see what the first thing Leonie wants to say. I normally deal out 3 cards initially. I suppose with it being sentences, you could say it's a bit like beginning, middle and end. Because unlike tarot, which is like past, present, future, or this, that and the other, or whatever, we're talking about messages here. And I just do 3 because it's beginning, middle and end of story or message. Of course, as I said, if any more if we feel any more coming out, then we'll see what any more that may come in addition to that. The first card though we've got here will be of course the first thing that you want to say, won't it, Leonie? So thanks for your patience as well. that does help, doesn't it? Unfortunately, us POMs aren't that intelligent, as that's what we're called by the Australians there. Knowing that, of course, Leonie, you can be up here and down there at the same time, up above and down under at the same time. As is said in this first card there, I don't mean to see that there, where she's just saying, and the sentence on the card is, as a soul, I can be in several places at once. So, you're here, of course, up here in the UK, but you're also can be down under as well. It's a very sort of thing, but nevertheless that means of course you can be here channeling your energy, and then of course Sue is able to do that. And of course it means that she's saying, well, of course I can be in several places at once, in the sense of I can be there with you now, watching this video, of course, with us having this little chat now, of course. But I can be in the kitchen when you're doing the washing up. I can be probably with another relative of yours while they're watching TV in the other room. I can be in several places. I'm omnipresent in that sort of sense, if you know. I can be sort of like everywhere at once. Hard to sometimes comprehend, but in spirit, of course, you're free from the 3-dimensional world. So you're free to do that. To do that, aren't you? Let's see what the next thing Leonie would like to share with us. This might sort of, I don't know. You were after wondering if she could help you in some way. So let's hope that something here will help in some way or other. We know you're missing her if you're helping to cope, of course. Let's just see what Grandma's got to say there. This card, it just says on this sentence, it says, I have become one of your guides. Well, 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 well. Would you believe that? Isn't that just with you saying about you needing help and wondering if she can help you right now? There you go. It looks as though I think you already knew, didn't you, really, Sue? Yeah, I don't know who's winding you up here, but no, laughing and joking apart, though. It just looks as though I think you knew it was the inevitable, but like a foregone conclusion. She's just saying I've become one of your guides, Sue. Maybe that's probably why you felt my presence, or felt her presence, hasn't it? But I'm sort of sense yes, I just said yes in my head there. Okay, we're hearing voices, but of course, you only hear voices, like I say, if you hear voices and you ask for them, that's one thing. It's when you hear them and you're not asking for them, that's when you got trouble. Your spirit guides won't impose themselves upon you. You have to ask for their presence. Maybe if you were to ask for your spirit guide to make themselves known to you through meditation or whatever, just sitting silent, just asking, spirit, my guide, I'd like to ask you, could you make yourself present or whatever? Maybe you might see your grandma. I've got a funny feeling you will. I don't know why, Sue, I just got a funny feeling you will. But she's saying she's become one of your guides, so clearly there are others. It's nice to share, Sue, isn't it, Eliane? Laughing and joking apart, though, let's see what else she's got to add. Now you know she's one of your guides, which I think you already knew anyway. Let's just flip this next card again. We'll flip it nice and slowly, just not to disturb the energy or anything like that. This is a nice card, isn't it? I like this one. That's a foregone conclusional one as well, isn't it? I am here helping you. I've become one of your guides. I'm here helping you. Look at this here, this one, the person here holding this flag. I always tend to ask the question, what moves, the flag or the wind? Now there is an answer to that, actually. Although you know the answer, you can't answer it, and yet there is an answer, or there is an answer that's it's the mind that moves. That's the cop-out, or that's the way out of it. But laughing and joking apart, though, maybe it's the mind that sees, isn't it? And the mind that sees your grandma. You can't physically see her with the eyes. Maybe you do. Maybe she appears to you, so you can perceive her that way. But of course, it's the mind that sees. I suppose it's a bit like the light off the candle here, isn't it? In the sense of it's not really emitting light as such. It's only emitting light because it hits your retina or whatever, and your mind sees the light. If you didn't see it, it wouldn't be there. I know that's, I suppose, a silly way of viewing things, but when you think about it, what moves the flag or the wind? Are they both together, or... It's a bit like when I pick up this card here, is my hand holding the card and lifting the card the cause of the other hand rising up, in the sense is the other hand rising up, the effect of my hand rising, or does my hand and the card rise all at once? In that sense, what moves the flag or the wind? It's the same sort of thing or argument or case you're trying to make or whatever. Same thing you're trying to say. Now, when you think of that, I suppose you could think, well, she's saying I've become one of your guides, I'm here helping you. I can be in several places at once, so I can help you pass your driving test, assuming you've already passed it, of course, I know, but I can be there sort of helping you work out the shopping list or work out the problem that you've got right now. I got a funny feeling it's the latter there, the problem. I can be here moving with you. What moves the flag or the wind, in the sense of, well, you are the one that moves, you are the flag and she's the wind, if you get what I mean. But both together she's your guide, if you get what I mean. I become one of your guides and I'm here helping you, which I suppose that's a foregone conclusion, that one, isn't it? I sort of want to pull another card here. I want to, although it's self-explanatory. Hello, welcome to planet Earth. I want to pull another card here because I think Leonie might be trying to say something else. Don't know why, I just feel one more. It's probably just me being nosy, or I don't know. Let's just flip this card and let's just see what that's all about and what that's just saying, what she's saying there. She's just using the card that says we have been together in dreams. Now that's an interesting that's an interesting energy, that card coming out there, because maybe although you may have felt as though you were recalling, you know, recalling the past when you were with Gran as a child or whatever, she was your go-to person, and now she's your guide, so she's still your go-to person, I suppose. Now that's hard luck. She's your go-to spirit person now, so you can't get away with that one. But of course, with that there, it means that you've been together in dreams. When you have been dreaming, have you been recalling just something from the past, or have you been actually there? Because that's the way spirit will communicate and channel herself through the mind. It's the mind that sees. It's the mind that dreams. And you only have to think about Leonie, don't you? You have to think about her there, and that's all. She's just a thought away, literally. And if you've been together in dreams, then of course she's been channeling. Maybe channeling messages. Maybe if you sort of heard her say something in a dream or something. Has it been a dream, or has it been her spirit channeling through the dreams, using the dreams as a bit like a telephone line or an email sort of internet type thing, from sort of there to here? You could think of it that way, couldn't you? What moves the flag or the wind? She's here helping you, and she just wants to tell you really that the way she helps you is through your dreams. She'll communicate to you through your dreams. I somehow feel I want another card, although I don't know if it's right or wrong. I don't know. I just feel another one coming out. I don't know why. Maybe it's me being nosy, but I just somehow feel as though she just wants to add to that here. With this card here, and that just says we will be together again. So basically we've been together in dreams, but we will be together again in spirit, but we can still be together again now, but we do it through dreams. We channel from the spirit to the earth plane that way, don't we? It's the mind that sees. And remember, of course, what moves the flag or the wind? It's the mind that moves, isn't it? That's the answer. But we all know it could be either, in the sense that we know the answer but we can't answer it. That is an answer, which is as good an answer as any. Don't you think, Sue? So with that, we'll get the cards here and we'll just gather them together. We'll just gather your grandma's cards together, and I hope that's helped. I hope it's helped there, Leonie. I hope you've helped to maybe just get over the fact that you get over the message that you are helping her, regardless. Sometimes, I know, suppose it sometimes doesn't feel as though they're helping us and showing us the way, but well, it's there, isn't it? Now what we're going to do now, Leonie, if you don't mind, we're just going to thank you for your time again, thank you for your energy. It was great meeting you. Thanks for stating the obvious after the question was asked. Hello, you know, welcome to or whatever. Sorry about that, but it's my sense of humour, or if I just think it's more reassurance, isn't it, Leonie, that you're just reassuring your granddaughter that you're still her go-to person now, because she needs your help now. And thank you for just letting her know that you are here helping her, and that you become one of her guides. That's most important, and you can speak to her through dreams, and that's handy, that is, isn't it? Some people can't do that. They channel in other ways, don't they? But that's one way of it doing. Easy way in, isn't it? I suppose, Leonie, it's your way of hacking into your granddaughter, isn't it? If you could call the dream that the internet of the sort of thing that joins us together. I don't know. Anyway, thank you again. You got a brilliant energy, frank to the point, as is often the case with the spirit people there, and of course, basically just answering the question if that was asked. If the question was, is it, then the answer is yes, basically. So, but it's just nice to, strange though how they all came out like that, isn't it? So, anyway, or is it? Who knows? Just before we leave you there, Leonie, sorry about that. It's just my sense of humour. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's my sense of humour, isn't it? Laughing and joking apart, though, I know I can sense a smile on your face there, Leonie. I just sort of smile, sort of like a grin more than a smile, cheeky grin. So with that, then, you see, it's sort of in the mind's ear, in the mind's eye, don't you? Like I hear voices in the mind's ear, or whatever you want to call it. There, third eye. I don't know what it says. So we're going to put the rest of the deck on top of your cards now, Leonie, but first just remember that love is the law, love is the bond. Merry did we meet, merry do we part, and merry may we meet again, because you will be together again, won't you, as you said there as well, no doubt, as you've implied. Anyway, let's place the cards just on top here, on top of your cards, as we lay Leonie back to rest now, back into the summerlands. We close our eyes, Sue. We can all do this. Close our eyes and imagine a door wide open with a light shining through the portal. And as we do, we imagine and visualise, or imagine that door closing. And as the door closes, the light goes out and fades out very slowly there. It's fading out, it's half closed, a bit further more now, 3/4. Now it's nearly all the way, just a slight jar there. When there's a door, not a door, when it's ajar. Very funny. That must be one of her jokes, I don't know. But just as she just grins and smiles to us and says goodbye, the light fades out completely, and we can open our eyes again and return back to the darkness of this cruel, horrible, vile world that she's left behind. But maybe it's not as cruel now she's been part of it. And let's not weep because she's passed away when she did. Let's smile because she's lived. And with that, we say blessed be to Leonie, Patricia, Everson, and all absent friends.